But what we can do is express out all that repressed emotion and all that repressed mental stress in the mind to create space. And then, if more people did this, it's very rare for me to get sick. Very, very rare, because I've emptied out over the years all of that dense energy that I was stuffing down. So my body's now much more full of light, as is my mind. And so I don't get sick. I might get the odd cold but I've never had any kind of major illness.
Wow. That brings me to something I wanted to ask you about, and that is, what is the role of hypnotherapy in some of this?
Oh, great question. Well, hypnotherapy works with the subconscious, and the subconscious is 95% of us. See, the conscious mind, this part here, that's only 5% of us. It causes so much trouble, but it's actually only 5% of us. And, you could look at it, say, from the neck down is the subconscious, which is the wisdom of the body, the wisdom of the heart, and the soul, or the spirit. And fortunately for us, the body has its own wisdom and the heart has its own wisdom. And the more we can be in touch with the body and the heart and the soul, then we can listen to that wisdom and not let the mind interfere with its negative, fear-based advice, which isn't. The mind thinks it knows everything and it doesn't. And so what hypnotherapy does, and this I only do the hypnotherapy in private sessions with people. I don't do it in groups. I do the meditations in groups. But what the hypnotherapy can do, let's say, for example, a person has cancer. So what we can do in the hypnotherapy is talk to the cancer. Now, let's say it's a tumor. We can talk to the tumor and ask it why it's there. And I actually had a client who had a tumor. And when we talked to it, the tumor said, I am here because she doesn't want to have sex with her husband. So she created this cancerous tumor, and she'd been given, I can't remember, it was 3 or 6 months to live, all to avoid sex with her husband. So when we went into it more, it turned out she was afraid of her husband and afraid of asking for a divorce.
Wow.
And so what we did was we worked on healing the fear so that she could ask for a divorce. She got her divorce and the tumor disappeared because the point of it being there was resolved.
That's fascinating. Have you seen Greg Braden's video in China where they dissolved the tumor?
No, I mean, I am a fan of Greg Braden. I haven't seen that particular video, but that doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah.
No, it's an old one. And they have, I think, 3 doctors around this woman who has these tumors in her abdomen, and together they bring their energy to bear,
Yes.
and all this is being recorded on ultrasound as it's happening. So you
Mhm.
have a visual representation, and the tumor disappears.
Yes.
And it goes to this notion of energy and
Yes.
the energy we create within ourselves, good and bad,
Exactly.
and how important that is.
Well, yeah, it's of supreme importance because when we are in denial of our feelings, which is usually at the root of every dis-ease in the body, when we're in denial of our feelings and also in denial of our spirit or our soul, and therefore negating divine help or energetic help, then we create all these illnesses. But the good news is we can heal them. If we can create something, we can heal it. So this is what hypnotherapy can help you with individually, is to heal any kind of illness or dis-ease in the body, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. because it's all about the energy. And basically, illness or disease is just energy blocks in the body. And I actually have done the humming meditation, which is from the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, which is another of the expressive techniques. And I did it with a group of cancer patients at UCSF Cancer Center. And they had all different types of cancer, because it doesn't matter with energy doesn't care what type of cancer you've got or even what type of illness you've got. It just sees energy blocks in the body. And when we did this humming technique, everybody said they felt better. And I could see energetically they all look different. They all look much brighter. And there was a New York oncologist that I met. This was a few years ago, Dr. Mitchell Gaynor, who used these humming. Have you heard of him?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So he used these humming meditations to help people heal from cancer. And when I met him, I said, is this really true? And he said, are you kidding me? Absolutely, it's true. So that's another way that people can help to heal themselves. Yes, the hypnotherapy, but also through learning these expressive meditation techniques, because what they're helping you do is clear out all these repressed emotions, clear out the clutter from the mind, and then these energy blocks disappear.
I think you have to be dedicated to wanting to heal and wanting to
Yes.
go within, because it's like peeling back an onion.
Yeah.
It just keeps going, and it does not happen in with a snap of a finger. It takes dedication and consistency.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad you said that, because that's supremely important. And I was dedicated to it because mostly inspired by my son. And I didn't want to be the kind of mother my mother was. I wanted to completely change that whole paradigm in my lineage, which I have done. That's one thing I'm most proud of, so that my son didn't have to suffer the way I did. And he's turned out pretty good. Yes.
What do you think are some of the common issues that people face, either in terms of healing or in terms of their interactions with the world? I mean, some of the things that come to my mind are like judgment versus acceptance. Um,
Mm,
I think that's certainly a big one. What are some of the common things that you see?
yes. Well, judgment is definitely a big one, and fear. Um, Fear has a paralyzing effect upon people. It can render them that they can't even move, or they can't speak. I know because I experienced it. Like I said, I was terrified of my mother and I couldn't speak. That's why I had that stuff stuck in my throat, you know. Um, and so the best solutions to fear are laughter and love. Laughter and love heal fear
Where does the love come from?
within ourselves. And again, this is a difficulty people face because most people are taught, as I was, that love is out there,
Mhm.
somewhere out there. And we're all told also that it's from your family. Well, not with my family, it wasn't. so, so, and we're also told, like with women, you have to go out and find a husband who will love you. Um, and love is out there. I'm not saying it's not out there, but the primary source of love is within ourselves, within our own hearts.